Yo, what is up everyone, James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. As I said before, I am in college, and a lot of the time you might see me pre-record videos instead of being on the exact same day. So, obviously, if you can't tell, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday, so that most likely means that either I just decided to wear the same shirt, or the fact that I have some more time to record videos. We are using this team that I did bring to the Pokemon World Championship for the day one. We have Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Arcanine, Metagross, Tapu Fini, and Tapu Bulu. This team ended up going 4-3 for me at day one of Worlds. I ended up losing the 6th round, which ended up being costly. And to be honest, the team is very questionable to a lot of players. I have gotten, like, a lot of my friends ask me, why, James? Why are you using this? And I'll definitely be building I'll have a team builder. Team building video for this. If you're on Patreon of mine, I already put the I should have already put the pay spin of this team early for the Patreon people, so if you want to already check out that team, go ahead. But anyway, yeah, let's just get started. So I brought Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Arcanine, Metagross, Tapu Fini, and Tapu Bulu. 3 Tapus, yes. You are correct. You are seeing 3 Tapus on this team. No, I do not like Tapu Lele. I'm not a huge big fan of how Tapu Lele plays, in my opinion. So we're gonna go with this team. I feel like so basically what happened at Worlds was day one. I didn't like the day when we were registering, the day we had to log battle box teams. I was up at midnight and I didn't have a team, and I was just testing a bunch of stuff. And then yeah, so basically I knew what I thought I wanted to use for day 2, so I didn't want to use the same team for day 1 just because I felt like one, I didn't play my day 2 team long enough. Like, I hadn't played it since Nats, so I wanted a different team because I knew there were going to be a lot of people scouting from day 2 to day 1, so I decided I wanted something that I could play decently comfortable with, and I had this crazy idea, so it kind of created this formation of this team. We have our first opponent who's using, it looks like Snow's top 4 team. Snow from Japan, one of the best players, I think, in VGC 2017, top 4 at the World Championship. Day 2, I know at least one international. I think he actually used Golisopod too, or maybe I'm thinking of a different player. But right here, it's going to be the Tapu Koko, Nihilego, Metagross, Salamence, Buzzwole, and Gastrodon. And actually that team he put on his blog, so I'll link that down below if anyone's interested. But right here, I think this is interesting. So since it's not HP Ice on his Pokemon, I think my best play is to lead Tapu Koko. Garchomp, I think, is very solid as the lead. I think Metagross and Arcanine in the back is also okay. Because I'm not sure my opponent's actually going to bring the Gastrodon. Like, yes, I don't exactly have good answers to his team. In the fact that my Tapu Bulu doesn't really do anything against his team other than being able to knock out the Tapu Koko and obviously the Gastrodon. Those are the only 2 reasons why I would ever consider Tapu Bulu, but it's very lackluster, and I feel like +2, you know, Earthquake or +2 Zen Headbutt will do more damage. So my opponent's going to lead the Salamence plus the Tapu Koko, which is okay by me. I will lead my Garchomp plus the Tapu Koko here. And this is going to get very interesting very fast because, one, his Salamence does have Intimidate, which is okay for me. But the main issue is... Okay, so he could Volt Switch here. I could definitely see Volt Switch. Protect is kind of what I'm thinking. He might go for Dazzling Gleam here. I feel like what I really want to do, actually, is just go for the Sky Drop on the Salamence turn 1 and just go for the turn 1 Tectonic Rage, because I could see Volt Switch, I could also see a Hard Switch, but more likely I could just see Salamence trying to go for a Dragon Pulse right here and a Dazzling Gleam, which I think is also very safe. But unfortunately, we are going to see that Volt Switch come out from the Tapu Koko. So that Tapu Koko is a huge threat to my team just because the main reason is the Gigavolt Havoc. The Gigavolt Havoc does a lot of damage. Metagross is probably going to be coming out here. And that's actually pretty good for me because if I am able to weaken the Metagross, which the Metagross is coming in, so that's great for me actually. But that's not exactly what I wanted. I'd rather I got into Tapu Koko, to be honest, because yes, he probably went for I think he went for Bulldoze, to be completely honest, but gonna go for a turn 1 Tectonic Rage. Just gonna do a lot of damage to my opponent's side of the field, and this should do I want to say 90, 80, 90 maybe. This is Adamant Garchomp, so this should do a lot of damage to the Metagross. And let's see here. Let us see. This is probably not going to KO though. Oh, almost actually. Which is actually very solid, as the weakness policy is going to activate. I guess the question is now is, does Metagross go for Bullet Punch? Does it go for Protect? Or does it try to Meteor Mash? I do want a Rock Slide here, I feel like, because I do need damage on the Salamence in order to win the game. And getting rid of this Metagross would be very helpful. So I will just Rock Slide, as he does stay in, and I think just went for Meteor Mash and Tapu Koko, expecting maybe Garchomp to Protect. Or he... What? Draco Meteor. And it's fast. And Garchomp survived. What? Okay, did not expect that one at all. Please, please, just a Metagross. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I actually don't know what happened there. But we are able to knock out the Metagross turn 1, which is absolutely fantastic. Getting rid of Metagross was huge for my team to handle. Guessing Tapu Koko is probably going to be coming out. I could definitely see Tapu Koko coming out. Nihilego maybe, but Tapu Koko is going to come out. The Gigavolt Havoc is always something that could be annoying here, but the play I do want to make is go for the Nature's Madness onto the Tapu Koko, and I do want to switch out. I could go into Arcanine, but I'm thinking maybe Salamence is the play. I mean, Metagross is the play. I think Metagross is the play, because I want to threaten with Bullet Punch in case he tries to go for like a Bulldoze Protect. I could punish that by getting my weakness policy up. So Salamence is actually going to withdraw. Nihilego might be coming out, or Gastrodon, which is fine too. So that is fine. This Gastrodon is a bit annoying, but I still think we're in a decent position here, as the Metagross is going to come out. Dazzling Gleam is going to come out. That's not really going to matter to me too much, as that really doesn't do much to anything on my AV Koko, as we do go for the Nature's Madness, which will be able to do 50% to the Tapu Koko. And what I'm actually going to do is Volt Switch the Tapu Koko, and since I know how big of a Metagross is as a threat to my opponent's team, I'm actually going to go into Garchomp, because I do expect what you might call the Gigavolt Havoc right here, because I don't see a reason not to fire it off here. Yep, Gigavolt Havoc. Could go into my Tapu Koko, but I'm pretty sure I'll survive that as well. And what this allows me to do is, one, have Bullet Punch. Like, Volt Switch should put this Tapu Koko in range of the Bullet Punch that I need it to be. The problem is getting burned. I guess getting burned would be quite problematic here, as Volt Switch is going to come out into that Tapu Koko. Yep. I wonder if it's a Scald, maybe a Toxic into the Tapu Koko slot. I'm just hoping if he goes for Scald I don't get burned, because that would be really bad, because then I wouldn't be able to KO the Tapu Koko that I need to. So Metagross comes out, and Scald is going to come out, and it looks like starting my Garchomp, so that's okay as well. So Garchomp's going to go down. Very, very nice here, as I will go out into... he has Citrus Berry on his thing. I think I go Arcanine here. Yeah, because he's... Okay, hold on. I gotta think this through. So, my Metagross is at 164. Thunderbolt should do half. Bulldoze is going to do like, what, 20%? I should survive the Bulldoze, okay. I'm going to go out into my Arcanine. 100%. This endgame is going to be a bit strange, but I feel like I will pull through this. Yeah, I feel like I'll pull through this. So what I'm going to do here is go for the Bulldoze plus Zen Head, but Bulldoze is able to knock out Tapu Koko. I'm going to activate my weak... Oh, wait, he's not at half. Why did I think his Gastrodon was at half? Okay, best place to protect then. Yeah, best place to protect. And I think Wisp. Or Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz also works too. I think I want... No, I think I need damage on the Gastrodon right here. So I'm actually going to go for Flare Blitz into the Gastrodon. Which might seem like a weird play, but I think I need to. So Thunderbolt's going to come out into the Metagross. I feel like my opponent has to target down Metagross anyway. Flare Blitz is going to come out and do a tiny bit to the Gastrodon, but I need Chip. Yeah, I think that's after Bulldoze. I should be it should be put in the Zen Headbutt range. So Skull's going to come out, tar down the Metagross as well. That's kind of what I expected. Like, my opponent really doesn't have answers to this Metagross at this point in the game. And Electric Terrain disappears, which is great because the Thunderbolt should be doing a lot less. And with Bulldoze, with Zen Headbutt, I should be able to pick up a knockout on Gastrodon potentially, because that Flare Blitz did a decent amount of damage actually. I thought Snows was a bit bulkier. But then again, I think it was Calm. As Tapu Koko is going to protect, which doesn't really matter to me at this point, because even if Gastrodon survives here, even if I get burned, like, those are the worst possible scenarios here, but I feel like I still win no matter what here, because as long as Zen Headbutt connects here, well, I guess that's probably the one thing. I miss Zen Headbutt and then get burned, which is probably going to happen, to be honest. So let's see here. Can we connect? Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Metagross. You are a real friend. So I do get rid of the Gastrodon right there, which, you know, pretty much allows my Pokemon to win the game. I don't really see how my opponent gets out of this. Salamence will probably be coming out, and I can just go for a Will-O-Wisp right here into that Salamence. Tapu Koko might be going for a double. Like, the thing I just don't want to happen is Thunderbolt plus Draco Meteor into the Arcanine slot. Actually, do I even... No, I don't really care about that, do I? No, I don't really care if that happens, because then... Let's say Arcanine gets knocked out because of a Thunderbolt plus Draco Meteor. Then what happens? He's at -2. He has to start critting to win the game. So I will just go for a Flare Blitz in the Tapu Koko as well as the Protect right here. I think he has to go for a double, but he could just go for Thunderbolts as well, as he actually does go for the double and gets it, which is fine here. I do not really mind that too much, as Metagross will Protect here, and I'm pretty sure it's a Flamethrower. Like, a Bulldoze is fine. No matter what happens, I think I'm in a good spot anyway. I'm pretty sure Flamethrower is going to come out. Dragon Tail, actually, into the Arcanine, which I do not mind. I do not mind. Because Tapu Koko is going to come out, and now I can just Sky Drop your Salamence and Bullet Punch your Tapu Koko. Like, yeah. Like, I kind of see what my opponent was going for because he bring the Electric Terrain, but I have Bullet Punch. And then maybe he would hope he could Dragon Tail my Metagross out. But either way, I have Bullet Punch. That's all I have to say. I have Bullet Punch. It does not matter to me. It does not matter to me. So I will just go for Sky Drop, Bullet Punch, and then I'll just protect my Metagross. I don't care if he goes for Bulldoze with his Salamence the following turn. Like, as long as he doesn't get a triple, I should be in, and he doesn't even go for the triple. So I do get the Bullet Punch out. That will be able to knock out the Tapu Koko at the range it's at. And I Sky Drop the Mence to prevent it from going for a Dragon Tail this turn. And then I just protect my Metagross because instead of relying on, like, Meteor Mashes or anything, because I could Meteor Mash here. Like, the worst case scenario is Flamethrower crit. But I'd rather get reliable damage with the attack. Even if he goes for Bulldoze, it's fine. Or do I really want... I really want to click Meteor Mash, actually, because I feel like he should read the Protect and should go for Bulldoze. And even if I miss, it's not the worst thing in the world, because Bulldoze doesn't really do too much to Metagross. And in case... Like, let's say he does Bulldoze. Actually, no matter what, like, if he does go for Bulldoze, maybe crits my Tapu Koko, and then let's say that crit's able to knock out my Tapu Koko somehow, like, then I could be in a bad position if he just gets a Flamethrower crit. So that's the reason why. But we will be able to take that game because my opponent does forfeit. So nice, very nice. I feel like the huge turn was, like, my opponent. Like, I feel like my opponent was just not going to protect. To be honest, a huge play I could have saw that would have destroyed me turn 1 was withdrawing the Salamence, actually, and going out into, withdrawing the Salamence, and going out to, I don't know, somebody in the back, Metagross, or the Gastrodon. Probably the Gastrodon would have screwed me over. And then him Volt Switching my Tapu Koko, going out into his Salamence, so wasting my Tectonic Rage, and getting me to -2 would have sucked. But a few things that were interesting. One, the Draco Meteor. The Draco Meteor not KOing the Garchomp. I mean, Draco Meteor is a very strong move. Then again, Snow might have had Draco Meteor. I thought it was Dragon Pulse this entire time. But it might have been Draco Meteor. But the fact that I didn't KO was very, very big because my Garchomp does run a decent amount of bulk. So the fact that Garchomp was able to live that was huge. Alright, sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted, and that was unfortunate because the last battle was actually really, really good. Like, I had to come back, but that's a bit unfortunate. But anyway, let's move on to the next game. And yeah, that was very, very unfortunate. So let's move on. So yeah, this is the team I wanted for day one, just because I felt like I've been testing like some of the ideas that were on this team, the whole format. Like, I had some of the ideas in the previous format. Of course, if you want to check out the team, check it out down below. But yeah, so I had some of the ideas. Like, I always thought that Soak on Feeny was a very underrated move because there were a bunch of things you can do. But the fact that, yeah, just like so many strategic things, especially with like Will-O-Wisp and stuff. Like Soak, there were just a bunch of things, and I think I'll go more in detail on the team builder. But things like, obviously you could Soak, then follow up with a Woodhammer or Horn Leech to pick up a KO, like on Pokemon such as Celesteela, for instance. But Soak had so much more variety. Like, I could Soak my own Metagross to wall Arcanines, as we find, I don't like our opponent's name here, but looks like using, our second place runner-up, what is this, the World Championship? We're fighting Zelda's team, Sam's, Ninetales, Xurkitree, Mandibuzz, Arcanine, Garchomp, Tapu Lele, and actually I lost to something very similar to this at the World Championship Day 1 on stream. I was actually on stream, and I'll commentate my thought process throughout that match when I get a chance, because I feel like people should know what my thought process was going into that game. So yeah. Anyway, my team is the Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Arcanine, Metagross, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. Of course, our opponent, Metagross does look really good. So does Garchomp. Like, Garchomp actually destroys my opponent's team. I believe it's not Sash Ninetales. So actually, what does really well is my Metagross here. I think I want to go Metagross plus Garchomp potentially, just because it hits pretty much anything, or maybe Metagross plus Garchomp, Arcanine. Actually, yeah, that's pretty safe. That is pretty safe in my opinion. I do want Terrain, so I think Garchomp plus Koko might be good, because Koko can Sky Drop, Nature's Madness, things like that. I don't remember if the Arcanine had Will-O-Wisp. I don't remember its support moveset, but anyway, I feel like these four are the way I want to go, because Metagross is pretty much the best way for my team to actually handle. Actually, maybe I should have went Tapu Fini plus Tapu Bulu, because my team didn't exactly have many answers to Mandibuzz without the Soak combination. So let's see how this is going to go. But I don't think you're going to bring the Mandibuzz core. I think you're going to bring the Ninetales, Garchomp, Xurkitree, and then maybe Lele. So we're going to see Arcanine plus Xurkitree come out right here, which is fine, because turn 1 I can go for Bulldoze, and my opponent can't knock out my Arcanine unless maybe a Helping Hand Thunderbolt, but I don't think that will KO. If that is the Xurkitree, Sam, well, I don't think Sam posted a team report, but the Xurkitree was pretty much all bulk, if I remember correctly. So Protect here is fine, Bulldoze is fine here. I pretty much am just going to lower the speed so I can potentially just knock out the Xurkitree the following turn. I also want to scout for the Will-O-Wisp potentially. And yeah, this is a very interesting lead for my opponent. Like Garchomp. Imagine if I just let Garchomp here like I wanted to, but I thought Ninetales was going to lead. So Xurkitree is going to protect, which is fine here. Metagross is going to protect too. Is Arcanine also going to protect? Probably just going to go for Flare Blitz. My Arcanine is confirmed to be faster than his Arcanine, which is good information to note. Very good information to note, as we do get that Bulldoze off into the Arcanine. I'm not really worried about Xurkitree with my Earthquake potential. Oh, he also has Bulldoze, which is actually very questionable if he went for the Bulldoze turn 1, because of the fact that one, my Metagross would have been able to get potential weakness policy. So that is really interesting. Actually, it does make sense. I think it was Bulldoze. I think Garchomp is to play here. Like, Garchomp is 100% to play here, and I think I just want to protect my Arcanine. Yeah, I just want to. Do I want to protect? I actually don't want to protect here. I kind of want to get chip damage onto the Xurkitree, even if it's just a little, to put in guaranteed Earthquake range, because Xurkitree is a Pokemon that can survive the. It can survive the. What's it called? It can survive the Earthquake pretty easily. So I'm gonna bring out my Garchomp, and I think I'm just gonna Flare Blitz, because at worst case scenario, you Will-O-Wisp that's turn. But if you have Bulldoze, I kind of doubt it. I think you have E-Speed or Helping Hand, which is fine too. Who is this going into though is the question. Arcanine I could definitely see, which is fine, but yeah, it's gonna be Arcanine, and that should probably pick up the KO. Oh, actually no. So that is really, really bulky circuitry. So I'm able to survive that, which is great because Flare Blitz will put in range of the Earthquake, and now my opponent doesn't have an Earthquake switching, which is huge. Like, not having the Earthquake switching is great. And he doesn't have E-Speed either, which is very, very nice here. It's actually pretty much ideal here. So, what I want to do is just Earthquake here. Let's see, he shouldn't have E-Speed at this rate. If he has Helping Hand, Bulldoze, he has to have Flare Blitz. I would assume probably Protect as well. Earthquake is just a very safe play here. Yeah, I think I want to go for Earthquake here, and I actually want to go into my Metagross. Like, this might seem weird, like, I'm going to Earthquake, but I'd rather not Protect because I feel like he might just double Protect the Scout. And this turn, I could just Earthquake, because Earthquake's not going to knock out my Metagross, and Bullet Punch is very helpful for Ninetales specifically. Like, Ninetales is a huge threat to my team, and I have to be worried about Ninetales. So we're going to see Circuitry Protect, which is kind of like, you know, standard, and we're going to see Arcanine not going to Protect, so that's great. Because if this is the exact same team, Ninetales is probably going to have the Light Clay as Arcanine goes down, and yeah, I don't knock out my own Metagross, thankfully, and I don't think a crit actually knocks out my own Metagross, which is actually funny, but Weakness Policy does activate, so now I have a Bullet Punch that can threaten my opponent's... I can pretty much just threaten my opponent's Pokemon here. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. It's probably going to be that Garchomp, I would assume? Question mark. I would assume Garchomp is brought in this matchup. Unless you really don't think Garchomp's a good Pokemon. Ninetales is going to come out. This is going to be some mind games. I really don't think this was Sash because it was a bulky Ninetales. Let's see. Do I have to risk it though? Do I actually have to risk it? Arcanine already gets Berry, so it's not really that helpful. To be honest, I just want Tectonic Rage, D Circuitry here, and Bullet Punch. Because I don't think it is Focus Sash. I really don't think it's Focus Sash. I think it would be Light Clay, like on the original team. So Circuitry is actually going to switch out, which is huge, into the Tapu Lele. Oh, that was so good of a play, actually. That was so good of a play. That actually was really good of a play. Ah, I should have doubled into Coco. By the Aurora Veils. Wait, that's fine. Wait, why you do that, friend? That's not what you do. I'll take it. I get a free Tectonic Rage into Lele, which puts it in the range of my Bullet Punch. I get to keep my Garchomp alive, which is necessary for Circuitry. Why? I don't get that play. Like, on any Earth. I don't get that play. So Tectonic Rage will come out and do a lot to the Tapu Lele. It is a bulky Tapu Lele, so it can survive, but that's very questionable. That really is very questionable in my opinion. I'm going to go into Tapu Koko here and just Bullet Punch the Ninetales, because Ninetales is pretty much the biggest threat to my team. And this Tapu Lele really it shouldn't be able to knock out my Metagross even if it goes for like a Moonblast combined with Hail. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to survive since this Tapu Lele was very defensive too. So I'm just going to Bullet Punch the Ninetales as well as just switching to Tapu Koko. Like, I don't see a reason not to. I don't get that play. I don't think you need a Roarville at this stage of the game. I feel like you could just Blizzard there 100%. So Tapu Koko is going to come out, bring out the Electric Surge, and I'll be able to Bullet Punch. Surprising no Garchomp on my opponent's side of the field, as Bullet Punch does connect. Even if this is Sash now, I don't think it matters too much. But I don't think it's Sash. Yeah, it's not Sash, so I had it pretty much sealed up a while ago. As let's see what my opponent's going to go for. It's going to go for the Moonblast into my Metagross, but that shouldn't be able to pick up a knockout here. Oh, yeah, with the Hail, yeah. I'm able to survive. So that is great, because now I can go for... I guess I could just Bullet Punch the Tapu Lele, and I'll just Volt Switch. I don't want to Volt Switch because of the Dazzling Gleam, potentially, so... I think I could Volt Switch the Circuitry into Arcanine, potentially, which would be an okay play for me, I think. I just don't want to activate a Berry, because a Berry could be very, very scary. So... I'm pretty sure he's just going to double protect here, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see a double protect, but yeah, you should always protect Lele. You might not protect Circuitry because you might want to get the Beast Boost here. Yeah, Okay, that's fine. Even if I want to, I would have to bullet punch the Xurkitree if I really want to do anything. I guess I could have protected Metagross, but I'd rather try to get rid of Lele. And now that Xurkitree is in range of my Earthquake after Hail, and I will always go Arcanine here. Like always go Arcanine here. Because I will not go into my Garchomp and risk a crit Dazzling Gleam, which granted I don't think KOs, but then again this is Xurkitree. Xurkitree is a pretty bulky Pokemon. As Dazzling Gleam is going to come out, target down my Pokemon, so the Metagross is gone, which is okay. Beast Boost is going to activate, but right here, like, I don't think it really helps my opponent out too much. And the Xurkitree is faster than Tapu Lele. We already confirmed that it's kind of a slow Xurkitree already, so I can just go out into my Garchomp, I think. Yeah, just go into Garchomp. And I feel like if you're my opponent, you have to target down my Garchomp slot. Earthquake won't be able to knock out Tapu Lele, I know that. Xurkitree's probably going to protect to try to get its berry up. So I'm just going to Flare Blitz right here, and I think I'm just going to protect my Garchomp here. I don't care if Arcanine goes down, because if Arcanine goes down, that's a free switch into my Tapu Koko, which means I could just Skydrop SD and probably just win this game from there. So no matter what, I feel like I'm in an okay spot. Yeah, this end game, like, my opponent still has outs. Like, my opponent still has outs if you play the best possible. Like, you have to really read me right here. So, like, I don't care if you Thunderbolt. I could see Gleam, but I don't think Gleam is going to KO Arcanine. Arcanine should be faster than the Lele, at least. I'm not sure about the Xurkitree, to be honest. I don't think you're going to be faster than Xurkitree. As, there's my phone. Okay, so Garchomp I'm going to protect here. No, he just goes for Gleam, but that's not going to KO me. Okay. That is not going to KO me, and if it does, yeah, I didn't think it would. He's actually faster, though, and goes for Moonblast into Arcanine, so that's going to pick up a KO. Gets a crit, doesn't matter. So now it's the berry. Okay, maybe I didn't play this right. Maybe I didn't play this right. Unless the berry doesn't activate here, which I don't think it did actually. No, the berry didn't activate. Okay. I get Tapu Koko in. And ooh, this is a bit tricky. Okay, this person... Well, Hail ends here, so he can't heal no matter what. Actually, best play might just be the Skydrop Earthquake. How many turns of Aurora Veil he has? Should be 8 because he should be Light Clay now. I think I'm just going to Skydrop the Tapu Lele and go for Earthquake. Like, even if Tapu Lele protects, if he goes for a double protect, I think that's okay here. As Xurkitree does protect, we'll see about the Lele though. We'll see about the Lele. It does double protect, which is fine here. As long as Earthquake is going to be able to pick up the knockup, because the Xurkitree's not getting the berry. It's definitely not getting the berry here. Maybe I should just Volt. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Maybe I should just SD'd up though. But he's not going to get the berry, which is a bit confusing for me. And Tapu Koko might be able to survive this Earthquake. Yeah, it's going to be able to survive the Earthquake. I forgot that I built my Koko pretty bulky and my Garchomp's not max physical attack. So I was able to survive that. And now I'll just be able to Hail end it, but Aurora Veil didn't end, yeah. So he needs to get, I think, a double. He needs to get a double protect to win. Yeah, that's basically how he wins. He needs a double protect. Actually, even if he gets a double protect, he has what, 3 turns? Actually, yeah, he needs a double protect right here. Then I'm able to knock out Koko, and then his Lele is able to Moonblast because a single target Earthquake should be fine here. He does get to protect with Xurkitree. If he doesn't get it with Lele, that should just secure me the game. Yeah, he doesn't even go for a double actually. I feel like you go for it because 1, I Earthquake knock out my own Tapu Koko, if that's the case, and then 2, like then Earthquake I don't think will knock out Tapu Lele thanks to Aurora Veil. I had to protect one of the turns, get rid of Aurora Veil, and then he can either Gleam KO me since it's single target, or Moonblast KO me, but it looks like that didn't happen at all. I'm still not even sure if Gleam knocks me out, to be honest, since it's a bulky Xurkitree. Yeah, it might have. So It is single target Earthquake, even with Aurora Veil, even if you're like bold. I don't care. I think I do KO you, so I think my end game was fine, because I thought, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, why am I making this play? But there was something like convincing me, and then I realized, oh right, Coco should live the Earthquake even after the hail damage, so that's the reason why I went for it. So, did work out in the end. I don't think I played the greatest in this game. I think I should have, like, that psychic terrain switching was brilliant. I did not expect Lele in the back, to be honest. Although, I guess Lele kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it, because like Garchomp didn't do too much to like Bulu since it was a Rock Slide SD set. But yeah, I think Garchomp would have been fine for this matchup. I was not expecting Lele. But we are able to knock out the circuitry, and that would be a good game to my opponent. So we are up 2-0 in this current video, and that was a pretty long battle, not gonna lie. That was a pretty long battle. Ninetales is a very annoying Pokemon for this team. I kind of thought Ninetales would kind of drop down in usage for Worlds, which is why I decided not to really care. I think I faced one Ninetales at Worlds, or maybe it was two. I'm pretty sure I only faced one though. I gotta double check my notes, but I didn't expect Ninetales to be too popular. I know Aurora Veil is like very, very, very good in the format, but like I didn't expect Ninetales to be that common. I just really didn't, because I feel like only Aurora Veil is good, and then everything else is pretty much lackluster. But what Sam brought was like Aurora Veil offense, or Aurora Veil setup, however you like to call it. I don't know what it's called in singles, but I know they call it one of those terms. And basically it's just setup with Aurora Veil and go. So I think that is probably the best way to use Aurora Veil in my opinion. Not unlike bulky teams like Celesteela and Snorlax. I feel like it's better just to go on the offensive with like SD Chomp. I really do like the circuitry on Sam's team. But anyway, let's see what my opponent has got. We got a Celesteela, Garchomp, Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Kartana, and Tapu Fini. Pretty standard team, except it's quite interesting to see the double steal. Double steal, yeah. I am not dreaming, it's double steal. Okay, Metagross isn't that good here. It really isn't. But my Tapu Koko looks pretty good. So does my Tapu Fini. My Arcanine looks pretty good. And so does my Garchomp. A Tapu Bulu could also work really well here, depending on circumstances, because the fact that I could probably soak knock out the Celesteela turn one would be nice. I can't tell what kind of item the Garchomp has. It could be Scarf, could be Z-Move, could be Z-Move on the Fini. Jeez, it's gonna be a hard one. It's gonna be a hard one to decide. I think Koko Garchomp is very solid against my opponent's team though, because my opponent doesn't really have anything that solid for my team. And I'm gonna have Arcanine plus Fini in the back. And what I'm gonna do right here is scout what my opponent wants to do. Like, not sure what. The Garchomp is gonna be the most annoying thing in my opponent's team. I feel like if it's Scarf, that's really just, it's very frustrating for me to handle, because I have to guess where it's Earthquake. If it's faster than my Garchomp and it's SD, that's also really bad. As we see Arcanine Garchomp here, which is okay, because I could probably just SD Sword Stance here. I mean, Skydrop Sword Stance here, and then Tectonic Rage it, because I really want to get rid of this Garchomp. Like, Garchomp's a huge threat. And I am hoping that my Garchomp is faster than this Garchomp, because I don't expect you to lead Arcanine Garchomp unless you're, like, not Scarf. Because I don't think you lead this with a Scarf Garchomp. I've never seen this lead with a Scarf Garchomp in my life. So I'm just going to Skydrop here, and I'm going to SD. I guess if he is Scarf, it's not the worst for me, but it's still pretty bad. But I don't think it's the worst for me at all if it's Scarf. Yeah, so I am going to go for this. If it's Will-O-Wisp Arcanine, though, that is a problem. Although he does have Tapu Fini. So I'm not exactly sure if it would be Will-O-Wisp or not. But I could definitely see Protect from Arcanine. I could see maybe Protect Bulldoze here. It is Scarf, actually. So it's going to be Poison Jab coming out from the Garchomp, which isn't going to KO my Tapu Koko. I will just SD up here. I'm guessing it's Will-O-Wisp then. We went for the Poison Jab. And he stayed in with Arcanine, so I'm guessing? I don't know, I would assume. Toxic in a Garchomp, but it misses. Oh, that's so big, actually. But why? I don't get it. So I think the best play here is just to Tectonic Rage the Garchomp. I could Earthquake myself, yet because I think Tapu Koko would go down anyway to Arcanine's Flare Blitz, because I'm pretty sure he just goes for it. But I could see Arcanine withdrawing to Celesteela, but I'd rather get rid of this Garchomp. Like, this Garchomp is such a huge threat to my team, and my Garchomp does really well against my opponent's team. So I feel like this is the best play for me. As let's see here. As we will go for a Tectonic Rage, I'll be able to knock out the Garchomp. I mean, that Toxic is huge. One, the residual damage would have been extremely annoying for my team. It's interesting to see a Toxic Garchomp, Toxic Arcanine on this kind of team though, because I don't think you really need Toxic. Well, I guess maybe for like Porygon 2 and Snorlax and stuff, but I don't know. Usually you see Toxic Arcanine on things such as a Tapu Bulu team, for instance. So Garchomp is going to go down, which is huge. Let's see if my opponent goes for Flare Blitz or Toxic this turn. Just going to go for another Toxic, so I have another Sky Drop, which is really, really good here. This is looking really, really good here. As, let's see. I don't think my Koko is in range of Extreme Speed, although I can't be too sure. Let's see. Kartana might be coming out here. I can definitely see Kartana. Yep, Kartana's going to come out. I don't know if your Scarf is a bit scary. Yeah, I shouldn't be in Extreme Speed range unless he's max attack, yet I don't think he would run it on a variant with Toxic. I think I'm just going to Earthquake Hidden Power Fire, to be honest, because I kind of want to go aggressive here. Even if I knock out my own Tapu Koko, I get my own Arcanine in, which is pretty solid against my opponent's team. And I don't know, I could see like Bloom Doom coming out from this Kartana. I could see it being Scarf. So either way, if he's Scarf, I think he needs, one, a Helping Hand on Arcanine to KO me. But it looks like nice, no Helping Hand, no Scarf. Here comes Hidden Power Fire on a Kartana. I'm pretty sure that was Bloom Doom, or maybe All Out Pummeling. So that's the reason why, and I didn't think he would protect there anyway, which is great for me because I get the Earthquake out. This is +1. This should knock out Arcanine. Yeah, goodbye Arcanine. And now I've taken a very solid position, like 3v1. This is basically what I wanted. I didn't expect my opponent to protect at all. Maybe the Arcanine. I definitely didn't expect Kartana to protect. Although I could have saw Kartana maybe double out there. But now I can go out into my own Arcanine because it gets to intimidate on anything on my opponent's side of the field. And let's see here. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a Celesteela. Yep, Celesteela in the back. And I think I can just fire off some Rock Slides and Flare Blitzes, and that should be the game. To be honest, I do have the game in the bag with my Kyo Pulse Tapu Fini in the back, so I'll just go for the Flare Blitz plus the Rock Slide, and that will be able to KO the Celesteela. No questions about it. Unless it's max HP, max defense? Maybe. Okay, no, you can't live it. If you're max defense, max HP, Keyberry, that's how you win. But my opponent's not even going to try it, so we will take the win. We get 3 wins in today's episode, 4 for me because 1 was off camera when my roommate came in. But anyway, hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode. I feel like I showed out how this team can kind of function. I didn't exactly show how like Garchomp and Tapu Bulu could help, but it was actually strange because when I did bring it, the combination actually worked really well. Even though Grassy Terrain does, again, have the power of Earthquake, Bulldoze, I feel like it actually had quite potential because a little bit of healing really helped SD Garchomp in the fact that I could survive a few different calcs. But anyway, hope everyone did enjoy. Look forward to the team builder of this team because I don't think I'll be using it for future regionals. I already have some teams planned for future regionals, and yeah, and of course you could always follow me on my social medias, as well as you can check out the previous episodes of Baek Battles, or if you want to check the rest of my content down below. Of course, I have been answering your questions. I will be most likely doing Pokémon Tournament DX here, since I do have my stuff to record Pokémon with, and I really do want to try to get into the competitive Pokémon scene. So I'll definitely be doing DX alongside VGC as well, and try to bring back some of the side tiers when I get more time to record. Again, tomorrow, which is actually today if you're watching, is when I'm actually going to be starting classes. So we'll see how hard it is. We'll see if I'm able to have enough time, but I definitely do want to prioritize on studies, because I do want to get like I want to have a strong start for the beginning of college. So hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you around in another video.